Peace, family. Today I want to talk about Earth Magic, Mother Earth, and God in nature. I want to start off with my short lecture on dealing with God in nature. And dealing with God in nature, it kind of ties in to the universal laws, 12 universal laws, and the 7 hermetic principles, dealing with the law of rhythm, the law of vibration, because everything has a rhythm, everything vibrates, and dealing with God in nature, if you're a pagan, you understand that God is nature as well. So, up in the firmaments, up in the heavens, because you have more than one heaven. You have the seven levels of consciousness, the 7 seals, 7 levels of heaven, and even within your auric field and your bodies, you have different bodies on different realms, which kind of acts as somewhat of sound vibration, because everything deals with sound vibration. You think what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a clef note. In between every realm, it's a different note or a different frequency. So, understanding this, we know that everything has spirit. And we know that spirit is another word for melanin. So, everything has spirit in the universe, everything has melanin, which is the reason why during the rebirth of nature, your grass becomes green again as it reaches for the skies, for the heavens, because it's reaching up to God, to the divine, the creator. And notice I didn't say he. And dealing with trees, bushes, flowers, shrubbery, things of that nature, they blossom, So, in understanding this, we understand that the earth is a form of God, because Mother Earth is a living entity, and she is the sustainer of us all. So in understanding this, we understand that the grass is a part of God's creation. The trees, which give us 10% of our oxygen, are a part of God's creation. The heavens, skies, the clouds, they are a part of God's creation. The wind, the air, is a part of God's creation. The birds and the bees, especially the bees, which give us another 10% of our energy and oxygen, which through these cell phones are killing off the bees. So, whenever around bees, try to turn off a cell phone, because that's another problem with the environment, causing them to act a certain way because of these signals being put out through this 4G, 5G, which is coming soon. So, in understanding this, we understand that everything is a piece of God. Everything is a piece of the Creator, even us. If you really want to break it down, all life comes from the water, from the seas. That's why the first primordial mothers represent the waters, like Mami Wata, which translates to Mother Waters. Nu, or Noon, who preceded Ra, ascended from the primordial waters and the chaos. So in dealing with chaos magic, melanin magic, shadow work, and things of that nature, we're dealing with the divine feminine energy. And they even say that she is still the cause, or was the cause at many times, for the flooding of the Nile River. Tiamat, she is another primordial mother, So in dealing with this, we have to understand that the all transcends itself into divine feminine and divine principle, and divine feminine and divine masculine principles. So basically, we all come from the source, and we are a piece of God. So being that all life comes from the water, or the waters, it also takes sunlight, or sun, or natural light to activate that life. That's why I teach that in a metaphysical sense, everything is light energy. So, in dealing with Mother Earth, I want to reiterate saying that she is a living vessel, a living entity, and she is the sustainer of us all. And as you can tell, kind of had, or we've been going through a cosmic shift and kind of switched to a different dimension. And as you can see, the energy of Oya and all the other earth goddesses with these tornadoes, hurricanes, thunderstorms, rainstorms, hailstorms. This right here is Oya and the rest of the earth goddesses purging and cleansing Mother Earth. Kind of ridding us of this unsustainable, negative, unbalanced energy. Kind of like a cleansing, because Mother Earth does a cleansing herself. And so, in dealing with Earth magic, this can kind of tie into the Asatru and the Druids. Dealing with the Druids as witches, their format of witchcraft and their aspect of magic deals with nature. So they basically make bonds and pacts with the trees, that if they sustain us and give us life, they promise to replant as many trees as they can. Trees, bushes, things of that nature. So that is a form of earth magic. Whenever you plant flowers, trees, bushes, shrubbery, grass seeds, that is a form of earth magic. You can also bury crystals. I have a piece of carnelian, piece of red jasper. I have a piece of tiger's eye, green calcite, lapis lazuli. So you can bury crystals, whatnot, gemstones, things of that nature. You can leave earth offerings, food offerings. Me personally, I like to leave tobacco. Why? Because tobacco is also an earth offering that you can leave to Mother Earth. And if you've done your year in one day and you study witchcraft, you also know that dealing with the substitution rule of magic for resins, tobacco can replace your frankincense and myrrh. So, me personally, I like to leave tobacco for Mother Earth. I also like to light a cigar, whatnot, and kind of blow smoke on the tobacco. Why? Because that activates it. That gives it life, spirit. Because in dealing in magic and witchcraft, the tobacco smoke is a form of incense. So if you don't have incense, or you can use tobacco or cigar smoke as a form of incense magic or air magic. Why? Because the smoke has a dominant effect when doing magic. So in dealing with earth magic, we have to understand that whenever you go out to do a grounding meditation or do some of your earthing, well, what happens is you are ridding yourself of your negative stagnant energy and taking in the positive fluid energy of Mother Earth. So in a sense, you should give thanks when you're finished, or if not, leave an offering. So whenever doing your earthing, your grounding meditations, whatnot, dealing with earth magic, these are some suggestions, whatnot. So you can kind of understand in voodoo and Orisha practice or dealing with saints why people blow cigar smoke. Some people can't really break down the deeper science. I like breaking down that science. So, like I said, dealing with God and nature, it definitely ties into the 7 Hermetic principles, um, the 12 universal laws, which govern us all. Mother Earth herself is a living entity, a being, and the planets are guides, generators, operators, destroyers. So a lot of people wonder why I speak on many different levels or touch on the same topic but presenting in many different ways. The reason why is I'm speaking to different people on different levels of consciousness. So even though you may be on that higher vibrational frequency, some of our brothers and sisters are not there yet. Therefore, we have to be patient with them. It's kind of like Malcolm X said, never judge a person for something that they don't know, because at one point in time, you didn't know. And to say that is to say, knowledge is for everyone, and we all ascend at our own level. And depending on your calling, you might be obliged, or you might be assigned with a heavier duty, a deeper purpose. Like your spiritual path might require a whole lot more. So it's one of the things that dealing with Mother Earth as a living entity, God in nature, which is the universal connection to us all because we are all connected. Dealing with earth magic, doing your grounding meditations, your guided meditations, your earthing when and when not. Whenever you're leaving your offerings, burying your crystals when and when not. Maybe doing a guided meditation with Mother Earth, saying a prayer when and when not as an affirmation. Or just leaving her a basic food offering, because you can do that as well, and give thanks. I do it every year. And then when it gets warm, I'm outside at least once a week doing my earthing or my grounding. Because I can ground in here, but it's better to ground out there, especially barefooted. Why? Because then you can release all that negative, toxic energy. So, it's one of the things that earth magic is very powerful. And anybody following witchcraft, will tell you, druids, Asatru, basically the druids, that's their thing. They plant trees, flowers, bushes, shrubbery. That's their form of magic, and that's very powerful in earth magic. Especially when you go sit next to a tree, read a book, and it lends you its energy, its shade, oxygen. You should leave an offering and say thanks, and be grateful. So one of these things that I'm so glad that Mother Earth has been purging and cleansing herself, because I noticed the energy of Oya. When I looked, I was like, this isn't harp, and this isn't, just a regular rainstorm, because my vibrations are so high. I know when it's harp because I can smell the acid rain. My third eye is wide open. I keep my pineal gland, cleansed. I don't play games. I noticed the energy of Oya. And, she basically came through purging and cleansing Mother Earth. I was like, wow, this is beautiful. And I definitely felt that energy. And I know a lot of us felt that energy, especially when we did that mass ritual with Conjure Queen. So it was like, the universe doesn't lie. It gives you that affirmation. So, I'm just dealing with Elegua, blow a little smoke for him. It's one of the things that, dealing with cigar magic, is incense magic. It's a form of air magic. And the smoke has a dominant effect when doing magic. So if you don't have incense, use a cigar. It's Mother Earth. It's made of nature. But other than that, you already know, family. There's a soul conscious TV, nature magic. So you better believe I'm gonna be out in nature. So the next time you see me, I'm gonna be at a park somewhere because real witches do real shit. Peace, family. Peace.